my shit. Bitch, you keep my shit.
I got your bitch right here. Shut up, you little punk. Don't nobody quit me. You wait till I tell baby D she gon' fuck you up.
She's ready to play her. She's ready to play her.
Better watch your back.
Be still.
Boy, it look like you got a fatal attraction on your hand, ain't it? I know I had 2 or 3 of them in my day. Craig, you can handle your women better than this food can.
It's too much water.
No, it ain't. Take 20 minutes. Pepper sprayed 9 times. Take 20 minutes. You got 19 to go. Come on, Craig, let me show you the backyard. You know it's bigger than y'all's backyard.
Make me feel like a president. First black president. Dum, 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 dum. I want you to put me all in chrome and put me on the front of the Bentley like this, looking like this. Cancel that party, man. I told you you can't come down here. I invited some nice ass girls, said they gonna fuck for a fuck. Do some strange for everything. I know we're gonna make some house for a dollar. One of them said they gonna suck my dick from the back. I ain't never had that, ever had that. I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, be like that.
But I'm allergic to the judicial system. And every time I see them courtrooms, I break out in hives, man. You know what I'm saying? I get the sweating.
Going for this
I get the sweating and scratching.
dub against Florida State. See if we can extend this win streak. Let's see what happens.
I knew I couldn't trust that nigga, man. And I'm supposed to be the con man. How did I escape? You know how I escape. I fought my way up out of there. I hit about 5, knocked about 3 bitches down. You know I don't play, man.
The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee.
We'll get the ball first. And it's going down.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. Like, this was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense. Running the football for over 200, throwing for over 200. They did what they wanted at will.
I think that's the thing. You know, everybody went into that one expected.
That's becoming one of my favorite plays that was underneath.
Throwing it, you're right, David. It was the Oregon State transfer, Damian Martinez, that went to work on the ground. They were more physical. It's exactly what Mario Cristobal wants this football team to be. Can Florida State match that physicality today in the trenches?
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard them.
Throws to the back. Makes the grab
Good
outside.
catch.
It's Brown.
Let me stay in bounds.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got
Good catch. Oh, he didn't get the
big
first.
shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC
much they matter. The familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time. So let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can see a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting that, because on this drive, this quarterback has found this guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make it.
Dang, I
They
missed
put
it.
it away on fourth down. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Seminoles offense has its first opportunity of the day.
What up, Jazz and Tierra? I see you finally found it.
That is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
On the run, it's Archer. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are.
Where is that? Is he gone?
To try to move them out of the way to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Looking downfield, it's back. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier.
I shouldn't have floated that one like that. That's on me.
DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space.
One more stop. Come on.
On the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked.
There you go.
And he should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
He is denied. cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5.
All right, let's not turn it over this time. Let's go with
New
favorite player across the middle. Big Daniels, a tight end over here. Good Lord.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to
Let's not go to that
back
play.
turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
There you go.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Bauman. And he's knocked
probably
down.
holding on
There's
us.
also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw. It's back. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle.
Good catch.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play.
Tough
No
drive, man.
flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that.
I'm tempted to run that play again. I think I am.
Drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Oh my goodness, tip drill.
First half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. On the ground, it's Ocha. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Quick strike complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone.
Good fake.
Touchdown, Florida State.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Finds the tight end. What a play by this offense.
We'll
Finally
take
out of
that.
bounds and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far.
Not the best first quarter, but not the worst either, so we'll take it.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw, it's back.
Oh
And
my
that
gosh,
is
I'm tripping with
interception
that.
number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. Touchdown, no! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is
Alright, so they done jumped out on us 14-0.
on point, reading their scouting report, making big
Trying to
plays.
come back right here.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Spits it out to the back.
There we
Spot the defense. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lofton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't
There
have
we
the
go.
dudes to get it done last
Hold
year.
it.
They didn't have enough talent, but they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a
So
good
wait,
job
hold on
recruiting
to
from
it.
the high school ranks. And David, they think this year they've got
Let's
the
get a
guys
TV
they
line.
need to win more games in ACC play.
Hey, Coach Palmer, you sound like every coach in the country, right? Like, hey, we restocked, we retooled, we're a year older, we went to the
Good
transfer
catch.
portal.
He got hurt.
Success is coming. Listen, they got to find a way to get better. They got to find a way in games how to execute, how to finish games. They struggled finishing games a year ago, so I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I love the coach speak, Palmer.
And the Canes have it with a first and goal. To the air. It's back. And as he throws, falls incomplete, and he did
Slip right out his hand.
perfectly
Losing.
except catch the football. Second down coming.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
The throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the
How
end
y'all
zone
keep
right
dropping
there.
this?
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own
Come on,
goal
Dan.
line. 2 straight passes.
Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team.
Got a
Everybody
big stop
stayed in
right
their
here.
lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. a weak throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40.
Come on, Barry.
Looking to throw on first down.
There we go.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips. Try to give your quarterback more time.
Holding on it.
It's Pittman. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the ground, it's Pringle. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire.
There we go. Touchdown, baby.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Run out of bounds.
Come on,
just
James.
before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone.
Way too
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Wants to go up top. Under fire. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it in the second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here.
All right,
Throw it up
back
high.
in it now.
Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to run it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Good test.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Scrambling away.
Let's go, bang. That's 3 sacks of him.
And it pays off. The sack at
I
the
gotta keep it going. He can't stop.
He has been
Big
terrorizing
55.
quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos.
Oh, he got free that time.
Got his man on the right. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looks it in at the 40.
Let's go.
There he goes. Open it up. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Daniels. Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career.
Hey, he got popped.
I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking to throw again. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped.
He didn't get the first?
Short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Hurricanes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Oh,
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown.
good catch. That linebacker got snuck over there for a second.
To put the 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's all Chuck. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He could play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
Kill it. There we go.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
One more.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Finds his tight end.
Good tackle.
And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Quick
See if I
timeout
can
by the
score in these
defense
18
here, trying to
seconds.
make sure everyone has the same call. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half.
Expecting this run. Let's see.
Put some points on the board before the break. They go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Oh man, hold on. Y'all might be tripping for this thing.
Looking downfield very late in the half. He's taking the shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it.
Now look at that tip in Tony hands like the interception I threw.
That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go.
Out there holding it down.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they do more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this
Dang it.
defense,
There we go. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Noles want to pick up the tempo.
and how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it.
Boy, man, he dropped it. I ain't know who had the ball.
Now, what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
To the air. It's
Get in there, Barry.
Castellanos. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that.
Oh yeah, we're going to turn it on this left side.
Makes the defense have to account for him
Get through
every
that.
single play.
He didn't get to it.
Him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there.
He had him in the one-on-one coverage. He got him again, honestly.
They're bringing the noise on third
Well,
down.
nah, that safety over there.
From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Marion. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Nice pickup on the return.
Oh,
but more
yeah,
important, they got the
And I threw
takeaway,
it
and now they're in business.
And I threw it behind my play. That was
As if
just
we
bad
had an
all
injury
around.
on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 in the lead first down. And the Knowles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field.
You almost got that on the one.
Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Conrad, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense.
Yeah, we just
They're
look
too big
around,
for
man.
DBs to cover, and they're too
Yep.
fast for linebackers to cover.
Yep,
Saw right
keep
there.
going.
And it is a good idea to gain.
Nice first down.
First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's back. Stands in and takes the hit. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just now on the same page with this
That
target.
pressure was serious that
The
drive.
Canes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Short leg and a kick.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now
There we go.
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Seminoles
Good
have put
time.
themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one,
Yep.
they need him to break one off, and
We'll
it just
take that.
takes one play for this guy.
We'll take
Don't
it.
be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. Not able
He
to
injured
block the big
already, so
return,
he
but
ain't
they've
really
got
got the
ball
speed.
back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Hurricane.
I think she just went out of here. Bruce Ridge.
Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Fires to the wideout.
I can't stand that.
And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's back. And that is his interception. A nightmare. He is not waking up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Ah, I saw him too late. How many picks have I done? I done broke a record today.
Still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. They can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now.
Defense, the only thing keeping us in there.
It's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
They got more sacks than a grocery.
Let's get a pick. Come on.
Gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Knowles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Those two failed to make the connection.
Boy, if he would have picked that.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone.
Take some. We'll take that.
The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter.
I want to run this toss, but no. I should get this first real quick.
We open the final stanza. Using his legs, it's Pringle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expected to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Creates a little space. Past the first down marker and still running. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. The give to the back. Turning it on. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Knolls.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going. When Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, and whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they physically, they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Hauls it in.
Oh, he fumbled.
And they fumbled the thing out of bounds, but they maintain possession, but it'll be right at the previous line of scrimmage. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Yeah, he was down.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. Makes the grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Knowles are in the hurry up.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, gets the defense off guard.
Looking to pass inside the red zone.
Don't let him do it.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. A pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first
Good
down.
stop.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing, they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to... Looking for a deep man. And that would be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Beck. He's got an open man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tied ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. This is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving on the year for him.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Gilbert. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
Missed. Dang.
No.
It's the first miss of the season.
And the margin remains at
I should have just went for it.
First play of the drive comes from the 22.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points on
You
the
went
score.
ahead and caught that?
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
He did.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos.
Watch him.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a
We
huge
good.
play this late in the game. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Dang it.
He's going to take off.
Keep him in
He
bounds.
is
There we go.
stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's
Straight.
not nearly enough to move the chains. Last chance coming up. He lobs one high down the left side. Ball is incomplete.
Good game.
Falls to the
Rough
turf,
game,
and
but
that's going to do
still
it.
good.
It went right down to the final play. A rivalry
Make it
defined by wide rights, wide lefts.
5-game
Mascot
win streak.
arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I think I threw 5 picks. 5 picks, 3 touchdowns, 57 throws. I really threw the ball too much. Rushing wasn't all that. That's what this defense was like. Bain had 4 sacks. Messidor on the other end had 1. And Blake had 1. Moten had 1. We had a solid game, just couldn't get many touchdowns. Alright, y'all. See y'all next time for trying to extend this win to 6.